In Morocco, more than other places, khettaras are vital. When one of them becomes blocked, dozens of families feel the consequences. This is the case in the little village of Bouia, in the south of the region. One of the khettaras has been blocked for several days. The plots of land are not being irrigated and even show worrying signs of water shortage. The blocked canal will have to be repaired. It's a decision which concerns the whole village. It's a ritual. Works to be carried out are decided upon after Friday prayers, when the men meet for a Jmâa, which means assembly in Arabic. All questions relating to water are discussed here. The upkeep of the khettaras is performed by the farmers of the Oasis. The decision has been made to carry out work in the dry Qatara. It's a risky business. The men meet to choose who is going to descend.
We try to avoid accidents. Those who descend are frightened.
Yes, they're frightened.
It's risky. Some refuse to go.
They're claustrophobic.
It's totally dark down there, even with the torch. You walk, you see the spider webs. You can't see where you're going. There are places where you have some height, others where it's really low. You have to walk bent over.
Yes, and you have to dig into the earth.
Digging is difficult.
It's always difficult to work there. Our ancestors dug with very restricted means to find water, hollow out the canals, and reach difficult parts.
Thierry Roof goes to the place where work on the blocked Qatara is underway. He meets up with Lassan Almrani, a specialist in land development. For 15 years, he's been guiding Thierry Roof in his field research.
I've come to see the work, but I'd like you to explain to me what's happening. What is the main problem today with the Qatara?
The canal is blocked. It's filled with sediment and sand.
The men of the village who are working today carry out surveillance and upkeep on the Qatara all year round.
Do they do this work each year?
They do it twice a year. At the beginning of the agricultural campaign, during the months of September and October, and again between March and April. The young and the farmers are dedicated to the khettaras. As they say, it's our lifeblood. It's thanks to these khettaras that we are here.
In order to gain access to the underground waterways, the path of each khettara is punctuated with wells every 10 meters. These are essential service hatches for those carrying out maintenance. Working in the Qatara is stressful. In the afternoon, temperatures are up to around 50 degrees Celsius. The galleries were originally hollowed out using rudimentary tools. Today, maintenance is still carried out by hand. Candles are put in place to warn if there's a lack of oxygen. The labourers are obliged to work in shifts. There's a high risk of cave-ins. The men work at about 10 meters below ground level. Visibility is almost zero. It's necessary to dig meter by meter below water level to clear the passage. Thierry Roof needs to know more about what caused the obstruction in this Khettara.
It's very interesting, because the headroom is much greater than I expected. It's almost 3 meters high. The height of the gallery shows that there were 2 successive digging levels. The original one, which is now the second, came down to here. This suggests that, faced with a water shortage between the 16th and 20th centuries, we can't date it precisely, people dug down further. Following this, more recently, they added about 2 kilometers to the length. Here you can see how humid the gallery is. This creates crust, as you see. After a while, this falls into the water, which is why cleansing needs to be done. There's water which comes from the phreatic zone and fills the bottom of the Khettara. The floor of the Khettara is almost watertight because it's covered in clay. This clay stops water filtering back through, and it flows downhill for about 3 or 4 kilometers. It's this natural impermeability which allows water to arrive in large quantities. You have the same here as there is at the mouth of the Qatara. I still find it amazing. We're in the desert, and there is water flowing in considerable quantity, which is needed by the population. You see this when you come down into the Qatara, and it merits respect, because it's a monument. Life depends on this arduous deep digging work over several kilometers. You feel humility towards the previous generations who built this. How are you?
I'm okay.
How long have you been coming down into the Qatara?
I've been working here for 30 years.
You come down into the Qatara each year for 1 day, 10 days?
About 2 months.
2 months.
I know every meter of the seguias and khettaras.
And do you know what the maximum water level is in certain sections?
The highest is here.
Okay. It's hard work, huh?
Yes, yes. If there were no khettaras here, men would travel. They would leave.
They would leave.
They would leave.
All the men of the village of Buouya know the value of water. It can be calculated by the difficulties encountered in obtaining and conserving it. Each of them has seen their grandparents and parents stoically work in the underground canals. People also carry out this maintenance work because it affords them what is known in the palm groves of Morocco as water access rights. It's thanks to these that each farmer who participates in the work is authorized to irrigate his plot of land. After several days of work, water finally returns to the groves of the village. The irrigation cycle can recommence. Water coming from the khettaras supplies an irrigation network across the fields. These channels are called seguias. Their path follows the slight undulations and slopes so that the water keeps moving and doesn't stagnate and evaporate. Irrigation is strictly controlled. Each farmer awaits their turn. Everything is discussed on Fridays during the Jmâa. It's the end of the summer, and this year water has been particularly rare. Mohammed can at last irrigate his plots. He was born in the palm groves of Bouia. His family has participated in the upkeep of the khettaras for generations.
We must never abandon our khettaras. This heritage is sacred for us. We must preserve it and keep it alive. It's a bequest which we have to protect as past generations did. Everybody knows when it's their turn for water and respects it. It's called your quarter, and each farmer has their quarter. You only draw the water which you are allowed. Your turn comes every 12 days, sometimes in the morning, sometimes at midday. Water is divided up respecting the situation of each farmer. Some inherit, others buy their part.
When it's his turn, Mohammed has access to what the Oasians call married water, water which belongs to a particular plot of land. Sometimes, however, Mohammed, like other farmers, needs supplementary quantities of water. This has to be bought from what is known as the bachelor water, water which doesn't belong to a particular plot.
There isn't enough water to grow a lot, so we do a bit of everything. We grow wheat, alfalfa, vegetables such as carrots, turnips, peppers. But mostly we grow date palms. That's the key crop.
The diversity which Mohammed talks of demonstrates the complementarity of crops to be found in the palm groves. Here, each crop level helps and complements the others. Date palms provide shade. They allow the fruit trees further down to develop their fruits. And these trees leave room for cereal cultivation at their feet. These cereals provide the soil with nitrogen and allow farmers like Mohammed to feed their animals and multiply their resources.
God says, we have made each living thing from water. Water is our only capital in this region. Without water, there would be nothing here. It's water which allows us to survive. It's our reason for staying here. There are no other resources, no industry. The young are leaving the village to work in the towns. They earn more than they do here. Farming isn't enough for them because they don't make enough money.